got to nip it in the bud.
Steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
I smoke just about anything.
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
do it live. Okay. No, we'll do it live.
How dare you?
quick service announcement from Road Crew.
Give me a hell yeah!
He's so esoteric, he has it coming out of his pipe. The Tin Man himself, the bringer of last gasps and puff puff pass me some of that back. He is Martin on the Letter Rip Friday show. And I wasn't nearly as ready as I thought I was. I swear, I feel like my background is like a...
Background's fine.
Like, you know, like I just feel, I don't know. I feel things.
Discombobulated.
I feel things about it. I don't know. Anyways, welcome aboard. We have a great show for you tonight. We are going to bring you some daily knowledge, hit you with some tormenting trivia, lambast you with laughter, press rewind on your nostalgic bones, and bring your humanity to tears. We might even throw in a little AI once in a while. We haven't done it lately. Oh well. But without further ado, in second chair, the CEO, the producer of the Letter Rip Friday show. This is the 1D that's too big for any scale. Derek, what's up, my man?
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
We start the Grams.
Start the Grams.
What is it? And over in third chair tonight, we got the dustiest Durwood in the state. The man. Durwood, how are you, my friend?
Good, dude.
Glad to
Thanks
have
for
you.
having me.
Oh, roll back. Let's see.
Wait.
You know,
No.
You got to get over a little
Oh,
bit.
I
he
can't.
doesn't.
No,
No, he
man.
doesn't.
No, there we go.
No, because I'm going
Right here. I think it looks great.
Because I'm going to. So we'll do that.
Let me just.
And then we'll do.
You need me to move? You want me to
No,
like this way?
Right back where you were.
Okay. And here. All right.
Look at
All
that.
right.
Now we look good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's how
Which
it
is
goes.
great show on Netflix, by the way.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh, that's good. I love
Cake
it.
baking competition where they get like cake designers to do massive fancy things.
I love that.
And then they just put amateurs in there and ask them to copy it. And,
I love it.
and
What's
it's,
up there,
it's the
Matthew and
worst.
Plum Bob?
They had some celebrities on there a couple times. Cracked me up.
Yeah, it's good stuff. That's
It's
a
good.
fun show.
I liked it.
The kids
There
love
we
it.
go.
Yeah, the kids liked it. It's a good family-friendly show.
We're smoking some.
What are we having on that? I didn't look at mine.
This is
lit it
the Alec Bradley Prensado Lost
gosh.
Art. It's a nice one. It's for the old dog.
Do you know who I am? I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
People know me. My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Nice even burn.
Yeah, I feel like we should before that one even gets put in by the chat. Go ahead and pull one out for it.
For the old dog?
Yeah.
Where am I going to pull
Well,
it?
just straight down my cleavage.
If that's
I
fine,
don't know.
too.
Where
I
you
mean,
wanna pour it?
I'm not against it.
Straight down my gullet.
Yeah.
That's for dang sure. Definitely not against it. Yeah, the old dog. How's it sounding over there, Matthew? Sounding, looking okay? We're gonna crack open. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
Yeah, we're gonna crack open a special boss mat, a special small batch We're just gonna crack open some Taylor for said old dog.
Ooh, so clean.
But you,
Ooh, it was fancy.
yeah, let's just pass it around so everybody gets a good glowing look at
Oh
the
gosh,
party ball.
dropped. Yeah, look at that.
That'd be a bad way
You
to end
know,
this party.
It could be terrible, but the texture on the label, you know,
Oh, the presentation.
just
is fierce.
the presentation on this is just super nice.
Pops of old. Good to see you.
Straight Kentucky Bourbon whiskey, topmost class.
Thank you, John Galdieri.
Story here on the batch, or on the back.
On the back.
Yeah, story of the batch on the
Yeah,
back.
like it.
See what we got in the house. John Galdieri watched Fallout Season 1 on Amazon Prime. Holy cow, it was amazing.
It was good.
Sam Online, Fort
Good
Long,
job.
yep, Fort Long-Headed Boy.
Yep.
Picking and Pipe, Matthew, good to see you. WK Pipe in Cincinnati. Welcome aboard, Lurker Troy. What if it snapped?
Oh, what if it
Wouldn't
did
that-
snap
that would-
right in half,
Wouldn't that be great?
and we just scrambled over the broken glass to drink it?
I love that this one is so tall it can't even fit all the way in the frame. Yeah, we're gonna crack it. We're gonna crack it for the good old dog. I love that it's this fancy bottle, and then they got this little
Cheap
plastic
cellophane.
piece of.
Yeah, you know, everybody should do Maker's Mark deal, you know,
I like
where
the-
it's
I like the wax.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I agree with
That
that.
just makes me feel like a fancy slug.
Yeah, makes you feel fancy.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I won't worry about it because I'm gonna butcher the bottle just because I'm. Oh, man, this is one of those things.
Are you one of those that just has to get all the? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I have to get all of it off.
Like I can't help myself. It's just
Well, let's talk about Fallout.
Y'all go
it's
right
going.
ahead.
Yeah,
I get this.
Yeah, what do you think? Did you watch it?
Ready.
I did.
It's
I
good,
did.
wasn't it?
Loved it. Wife watched it with me, which is
Okay.
not typical, and she liked
Yeah.
it a lot too.
I think my wife
She liked it for
Joey.
the show, and I'm over here nerd raging at everything that's going on. Just like, oh my god, it's just like the
I
game.
thought they did a good job with like kind of leaking it to the games and the world and everything. It was cool. It was
Yeah,
really good.
I liked it a lot.
There
It
we
made me
go.
want to go back and play a little Fallout. But
Nice and clean. Nice and clean.
like the actors that they've got in there too. Started
Yeah.
picking up on some stuff, you know. And I was trying to explain to my wife. I was like the Brotherhood of Steel character.
Yeah.
You know, like I think he's supposed to be like a class characteristic of idiot savant. Or
Yeah, he
something.
really, he really.
And I'm
is.
trying to explain to her that when you create your character in the game, it does you get to pick these different traits, and
We're gonna
she's
go-
just like, "Shut up!
We're gonna go.
She's like, you're ruining this.
You're
for me."
ruining the show."
No, but
we're going straight on the first one.
I like it had the guy from Lost in it. I like him. The head.
Yeah,
He wasn't in it quite enough, but it's cool. Had a good ending. Thought it set it up for the next one.
Walter Goggins, right? Is it Groggins or Goggins?
Yeah, him from what's he in? Justified
Yeah, he was in the Shield.
and Vice
That's where I
Principals
saw him. Yeah, Vice Principals.
and Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, he's great. Thank you, sir.
Look, I'm not gonna lie.
Uncle
I
Baby
have
Billy.
never had
Baby,
E.H. Taylor. I used
Never
to
have?
buy it for my brother-in-law back in the day, all the time. And it was like, I think at most $30. $30, I think it was.
Oh, I'm sure.
Is what it was.
See all the little yellow spots on my finger? Princess?
Yeah. Just in case.
That got a little touchy at the very end.
Well,
didn't it?
yeah, clearly it got touchy. That's where the yellow spots came
Very,
from.
very touchy. All right, in honor of the puppers,
Yep.
old Benners.
Old Bentley, darn good dog.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly.
Yep.
Ooh, it's tangy. It's good.
It is tangy.
It is tangy.
That is not
But it's real smooth.
smooth. Is not what I'd say. But yeah, no, that's.
I'm finishing mine now.
It's very.
I mean, I know it's a Kentucky. It's a
very
what,
spicy.
A bourbon. Yeah,
It's got a long aftertaste.
it's a
too.
little sour on the front end. That's kind of weird. General Taylor.
honor of
Mr.
Bentley.
E.H. himself, the Colonel,
Yep.
not Sanders.
I could go for some fried chicken right now, though.
Named Todd.
Oh, Todd. Yeah, I thought they did a good job with that show, so I was very happy with it.
Yeah,
It's
I was
it'll be
pleased.
2 years for the next one comes out.
Let's see who else we got. Sam Online, Matthew, Todd. We got Cincy. We got David Smog. Welcome aboard. I think, did I get everybody? Ron Hardcracker, good to see you. Pipes of Old, good to see you. Patrick, welcome aboard, sir. Good to see you. Old Banners, the old fat dog. Y'all got to see him for the last time on the show last week. Whew, that was a rough one. He's a good boy. WR Stuff and Puff. It was his absolute time to go. 100%. It was a we let him go right because he was starting to bleed out one nostril, which is typically a real bad sign.
Yeah, and look, I'm not a huge animal person, but Bentley was a good dog, man. That Bentley was a big old fat, squat,
Yep.
friendly little catfish of a dog. He was a good pup to be that old.
He wasn't loud.
No,
Quiet.
he was good.
He kept to himself.
Just
Oh no.
ooh.
Uh-oh. Get out of here, D.
Just looking back over some of the comments in chat, I see people are getting on you about your beard.
I'm sure they are.
I don't know why they're
Got an
bringing my
emergency.
beard
Head
into
out.
it.
Head out.
You good?
Yep. Card neck, everything.
Got it.
All right.
Nope. Don't worry.
Hey, text us. Let us know.
One second, everybody. We'll be right back with you if you.
On the face makes
Just
me
a
think
second. I know that's a.
animal bite or something. Or
Give me 1 second, real
Yikes.
quick, guys.
you want me to move over there?
We got it. Yeah, we're gonna reset real quick. We'll be right back, everybody. Apparently, something happened at home, and it had something to do with somebody's face. So we're not even gonna speculate. But D had to go abruptly, so say some prayers for him. We'll be right back.
Good evening, fellow pipe smokers. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Matthew here from Picking and Piping.
My apologies. There we go. We're back. Sorry, Derek had to step out. There was an emergency. And it was a family emergency, so we gotta respect it when it happens.
Yeah, you and I were just saying, like, when you have kids, as they get closer to, especially boys, as they get closer to teenagers, you tend to see, or if you have my middle child who battles death pretty much every day,
right,
in the craziest of ways,
in the absolute crazy of ways, and so we're praying everything's fine. So
John Galdieri, look, hey, why'd you bring my beard into it? Like, I can understand you picking on Martin. You guys see him every week. Like, I just pop up. I just shaved my beard. It was considerably longer. Why are you bringing my beard into it? It's this is a well manicured, salt and pepper, 40-year-old man's beard. Thank you, sir.
Was there drama just now? What happened?
You can pick on Martin's beard all day, but mine is just a harmless little beard.
Wow. All right, sorry about that, everybody, because that was a little unique. Sorry. It's stuff happens.
Life
happens.
I would say if we had any rhythm to this show, it threw it off, but
that's all right.
We clearly know
we will keep it going as it always does.
Picking and piping in honor of season finale. I think Martin should shave his beard on camera.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No, I don't think that should happen. But what I do think should happen is I shave your beard on camera.
We are not going anywhere down the path that I had foreseen, and that's okay because it's what we do. All right, I'm good with it. All right, everybody. All right, well, let's keep the ball rolling. So I will navigate like always. I've done it many years. I can do it again. Speaking of it, yeah, mine's getting all gray. Speaking of holidays and observances, I don't know how that's a segue, but it's European Neighbors Day. So those people across the pond. My wife's a European. Well, she's not much of a neighbor, but I mean, I don't know. It's also National Autonomous Vehicle Day. I will say this: I have been having a ball with the new company car. I hope to God nobody ever watches this because they're going to find out what I do with the company car. But one of the specific things that I do with the company car is it has the driver assist plus the cruise control that and I'll tell you, it freaks me the hell out because I'll be in Atlanta and driving and I see everybody's brake lights and this car's still going at 65. Don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God.
Well, I have driver
Terrifying.
assist and called my wife and it's always yelling at me too soon to stop as it is. So I don't need a robot telling me to stop. Like, I've got it, robot. Calm down. I still have 15 yards.
So it does
to go from 60
it
to
also
nothing.
does driver assist where the steering wheel will hang on itself and it'll do its own thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
take control
okay,
of me.
this is really weird. So then I was like, you can only let your hands off for like 20 seconds and it starts getting pissed off. And I'm like, I bet there's a way to trick this, which is immediately where my mind goes.
Well, the robots aren't, they're not up to date on knee driving, I guess, is what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I looked up things to do it. So I looked up counterweights for steering wheels and immediately Amazon pulls up ankle weights and it says right at the beginning, do not use on car steering wheels.
Nice.
Immediately bought a set for $10 off
There
Amazon.
you go.
Thank you. Appreciate
right,
that.
Look, Amazon, don't tell
And
me what to do.
strapped it on there, and sure enough, I just drove around a whole bunch.
There you go.
Just playing with it, seeing how it does. Doesn't like when there's break in the lines. Boy, forget that mess. You better have your hands right there for that, because it's like, okay, you know it should turn, but there's a break in the line because people can cross traffic, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope. It's pretty wild. It's a wild little system. It's like part of me likes it. Part of me is like nervous I'll abuse it. Just from the fact that I'm like, okay, I could easily pass out even with my hand on the steering wheel and be like, oh, and like I've thought about this and like vividly in my brain, I'm terrified at what I might do with this car. But it's cool. It's interesting. I think it's made for, generation. Something I also, on top of this, just because of our generation being able to go through all these different phases, do your kids have a problem plugging in their devices to charge them?
My kids have a problem doing anything without being told. I mean, anything.
So I have a theory on this one, at least, out of that, because the boy is the same way. And here's my theory. During our generations, you guys chatting well, y'all understand this too. We couldn't operate anything without it being plugged in. And in fact, when we had devices that would last a while without the plug, we would still plug them in because we were so used to plugging them in.
Yeah.
Today, I still do that. I still would rather hardline something. But they didn't grow up in that generation where everything had to be plugged in. So I think that's probably one of their hiccups.
We've had this conversation before about how our generation and the ones before us that are still here have gone from nothing to where we are now in terms of technology. And not to say what we had, but in the 70s and 60s, if it was nothing. But, we've seen the massive jump that happened in the 80s to 90s, 90s to 2000s. We've seen that whole jump.
Oh, yeah.
Our kids, anybody, anybody born 2000, 2010, somewhere in that range, probably doesn't have a healthy respect for some of that stuff.
No.
So, yeah, my kids out there, great. Yeah, my youngest, any ad that comes on in the middle of a show, like if we're watching something on YouTube.
Yep.
And an ad comes in, he loses his mind. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know.
No.
You don't know.
It used to be, like for a 30-minute show, it was like a half hour of ads.
It was just, they don't have a healthy respect for that. But I think it carries over. I've started to see in work, You know, and some of the
Yeah.
interactions that I have with people who are fresh out of college right now, who, you know, you send them a laptop, you send them a mouse, you send them a monitor, they don't know how to hook it up. They just don't.
Well,
They're
troubleshooting.
the touch screen generation. Everything just works out of the box.
Yep.
They don't know how to troubleshoot when their internet connection is down, or so that's one of the first things that I've taught my kids. My 11-year-old, my 9-year-old, is how to reset a router.
How to troubleshoot.
Yeah, if the internet
Simple
goes down,
troubleshoot.
reset the router. Then if that doesn't work, reset the modem. And 9 times out of 10, it works.
See,
If it doesn't, then call for dad.
John's son, his 6-year-old loses his mind too. He just can't deal with commercials.
Yeah, it's an interruption to them, and
You know,
and they're angry about
Or
it.
the little phrases like, "Hey, you can pause it, and even if you miss it, you can rewind." And they're like, "What's rewind?" Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's.
Well, they also
that's
don't know the joy,
so
I think, of
long
really
gone.
cool commercials. Like something happened the other day. I think I was scrolling through YouTube, and I saw this thing that said, whenever I heard this, you know, or it was just a song that happened, it said immediately I knew I was watching the 1990 or 89 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
That's right.
Because there's
That's
the
right.
Pizza Hut commercial that starts at
Yes.
the beginning.
Yes.
And I'm like, I still know every word to that flipping song.
I still somewhere, probably in my parents' storage, I still have the Pizza Hut Ninja Turtles cassette.
Yes, dude, I know all the
Somewhere.
words to that.
Somewhere.
I lived on that. I learned to play guitar off of the first song on that tape, Out of Our Shells. Love that.
I thought
Love it.
I thought it was the coolest thing that Pizza
So
Hut
good.
did that.
Yeah, Pizza Hut had it going on back in the day.
Oh,
dude.
they were rocking it.
Number one,
They
you
rock.
finished a
They
Little League
rock.
game, you went to Pizza Hut.
All day.
Yeah, you finished football game, you went to Pizza Hut.
All day.
Yeah. You
And they
played a
had the
little
buffet.
play a little arcade. You know, they might have
Oh,
one or
right
two.
there, 1 or 2.
They had Pit Fighter. They had what was the other one? Sunset Riders. They had Final Fight. Oh, Final Fight.
I can tell you my favorite one though was the baseball 2020 or whatever it was, that where it was the robotic.
The robots,
and and I was like, I thought it was so futuristic watching this, and I played that so hard. Movie theaters the same way. Movie theaters, the arcade was fierce. The mall, the arcade
Well,
was
they're not
fierce.
arcade. Nothing is an arcade now.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No, except if you want to go to an arcade bar and it's nostalgic.
Yeah, the nostalgic.
And that's okay. Like I don't have a problem with it.
Now it's all about tickets.
Right.
Let's say you look at all these tickets you can win with this terrible
correct
game that's not really a game.
I still say that's where cryptocurrency came from.
You think? Yeah.
Was tokenization
yeah.
at the arcades.
Yeah, maybe.
When they went to tokens at the arcade, I 100% think that's where crypto came from. That whole idea. And because then eventually it was on the card. But back in the day, it was all the coins. And I still had a slew of those things just floating around.
Look, we got some great stuff going on in chat here. We're talking about some Teenage Mutant. We were talking about John. We were talking about that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game legitimately right before the show started because Martin has the arcade one up over here to the side, and while we were waiting, I was over there playing it. You know, just poking at it. But I was telling them that is such a vivid memory for me of walking into our local Walmart where they had arcade machines right there. As you walk in, they would have one, and I remember the first time I walked in and heard that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle machine, and it just, the sound from it was the theme song. It was so loud. It had bass to it. It was the actual song from the cartoon, and I was thinking, oh, it's not dinky video game music.
That's right.
There's people singing to this.
That's right.
And first time I saw a 4-player machine, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, I would get $1 from my mom, and I would wait until 4 or 3 other kids came in. I would go get change for the $1, and I would give them a quarter just to have 4 people play.
Team.
Just to have all 4 turtles on the screen at the same time. Yeah, it just blew me
And
away.
it's smart because they could have had the other guys in there to support you. No, not in this. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Oh, no. It was phenomenal.
They had it perfect. I remember just going into the arcade, and it's like, I remember I would get 30 feet away and I'd start hearing the bloop, 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 bloop. and you'd hear just the little clicks and buzzes
Yeah.
and everything, and you're like, oh, I'm getting so pumped.
Yeah, you would hear the Street Fighter song. You would hear Double Dragon, the theme song from Double Dragon, which is a phenomenal theme song. You'd hear the little intro Contra deal. Dun, 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 dun.
And then they started getting crazy with it, like
Oh,
The
it's great.
Simpsons.
Simpsons was
that
great.
one, and beautiful
X-Men
colors
was great. Oh.
Like I feel like people's nostalgia over classic cards is like our generation's over nostalgia over arcades.
Yeah, we're about that with arcades.
I think that's probably ours.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
there were some that people, some people have played.
Oh, Tempest.
Like, I
yes.
loved
Gauntlet.
Yeah, Gauntlet was phenomenal.
Wolf.
I loved the Popeye. Have you ever played the Popeye arcade game?
I don't think I ever played the Popeye arcade game.
No, no one that I talked to in person has ever played the Popeye game.
I'm not sure I've ever seen
I'm
it.
sure there are other people. Somebody in chat probably has. But the Popeye arcade game, great arcade game.
Right?
Arkanoid. You ever play Arkanoid?
Arkanoid is good.
There's several different versions of Arkanoid that are in there.
What
but
was another good? But the thing about Gauntlet was 3-player.
Gauntlet
that was unique.
Gauntlet was great.
Yes. Well, the newer Gauntlet was 3-player. The first,
but
actually,
it
I think
was
the old one was 3-player.
It was absolutely designed to swallow all of your money.
So many.
Yeah. Just
Like-
the fact that you lose health just by moving.
Right.
You know.
Now, my all-time favorite, which I've never gotten an arcade one-up version of it. I've left it alone. Oh, I gotta fix this. I've never gotten the arcade one-up version of this. Is Tron. Tron.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. You were trying.
Because the one arcade that I played the absolute most of was over at the flea market over near Emerson, and they had an old Tron arcade there. It was raggedy, but everything still worked, and nobody ever played it. And I played that every time. I was a kid that all I wanted to do was have boiled peanuts and play Tron. That's it. That's all I could do. Boiled peanuts, play Tron, good to go.
Yeah.
The boy loves Tron because of the light cycles. He thought that was the coolest thing he'd ever seen on a movie.
I'll tell you what. We went to Disney World this past year. Took the kids. Their first trip. It's the first time I've been since I was a teenager.
Right.
And pretty much said, I just want y'all to have fun. I want them to do. Told my wife, I said, I want them to do whatever. We saved a long time for it. I said, I don't care what it costs. I want them to have the best time. I only have one thing that is on my plate. The only one demand, and that's that I have to build a lightsaber. I want to build a lightsaber. I want to go in and do that. So I did, and it was great. 30 minutes of my time, and walked out with this great lightsaber that you've seen. I wore it as a Halloween costume.
Yep.
It's just this great lightsaber, and it was this great experience. Well, I bring that up because there's a Tron equivalent of that, where you
With
can
the
go do
disc
the
and
Tron
everything?
ride and all that. But yeah, they have a whole thing at Disney where, you get the disc. I wasn't huge into Tron, but you get the disc. You get to pick your color
Funny
or
how
whatever.
it was the identity disc.
You can scan your face, and they'll make an action figure of you. You get a leather jacket and a backpack that your disc plugs into the backpack, which is also a Bluetooth speaker, and it changed. I just like the experience of all that stuff. They're just letting you nerd rage.
Well,
please, please, Disney, buy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'll say this,
so I can dress like Casey Jones and go beat up people.
Right. Well, you can do that anyways. And but the thing about Tron is that it's hard to find an original arcade because Disney actually bought almost all of them up on the secondary market. Like, just went out there, and so typically a decent, not fully restored, but decent, fully operating Tron arcade will run you between about $6,000 to $12,000. And I'm like, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, we've talked about
for an arcade,
those sorts of dreams. Wanting to be able to get that. Like I wanted to get the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade cabinet. I love the arcade one-up, but I wanted the full size arcade cabinet. Right, I wanted the full size one.
That's right.
And I found one in Gatlinburg one time that they, the arcade was willing to sell, but it was like
It's so
$2,800, almost $3,000
So
at the
expensive.
time. This is pre-COVID, so I'm
Yep.
sure it was more later. But
Well, and the thing
I'm with
about-
you, Sam. Raphael has always been. Look, I'm cheap. I'm easy. When I was a kid, all you had to do was be the red version of something.
Right.
It started with Voltron. I loved Voltron.
Oh, you like
Keith
the lion.
was my
You
jam.
Like the, what was it, the lion?
He was the red. He was
Red
the
was
red
lion,
lion. Yeah,
wasn't it?
he
Yeah.
went to the black lion and became the leader, but he started in the red, and so Keith was my jam, and then Raphael, he was the red Ninja Turtle. Yeah, when it came on.
What about Power Rangers? Were you,
Jason?
Were you on the red Power Rangers?
I was red Power Ranger. If there's a red character in the game, to the point that when we would play Contra on NES, me and my brother, I would always let him play first player, and I would play second player. It never worked that way in anything else. I'm the older brother. I'm first player, you idiot. But except for Contra, you can be first player because first player is blue.
It's blue.
I want to be red.
Right.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like Patrick. I did not know that there was an episode on West Coast Customs where they transformed an R8 into Tron light cycle, complete with acrylic wheels that light up. That's crazy. I love everything about that. It makes me all excited. Up, down, left, right. A, B. I thought it was BA select start.
It's up, down, left, right,
right.
BA start.
BA. Yeah. And if you were trying to get
two player, you could do select start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were close, John Galdieri, but I mean, I gotta. Maybe it was a different one in a different day. I don't know.
The old Konami code. It's
The
good times.
whole Konami code, which is why somebody ripped that off, and I wish I would have done it, but it is what it is. Let's see. It's also National Macaroon Day. The boy likes a good macaroon. National Meditation Day. Meditation is always good for everybody. National Save Your Hearing Day.
Yeah, they should have gave me that day like 20 years ago.
Lost that one.
Yeah, I would have probably worn in-ear monitors when playing all those gigs. Like we're sitting here before the show, and I'm like, "Can you give me more volume on my little earpiece?" He's like, "It's all the way up."
I'm like, "I got you maxed, man."
I still don't hear the music. I just should take this out. I don't hear anything right now.
Do you even hear the sound bites?
I could tell it was Nelson, the ha-ha, but it's so faint.
I wonder, which one is yours? Is this one yours?
Yeah, turn it all the way up. Nothing can stop me. Turn it all the way up.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
It didn't move. It didn't change.
Then maybe that's not the right one.
No, it did. I mean, it's not. It changed. I can tell that's the right one.
Oh,
It's just,
okay.
It's still super low. No, I've played too much music.
Understood.
That's what it is.
Well, back to it. It's National Smile Day. Everybody cheese. Very good. National Speak in Complete Sentences Day.
That's your thumbnail.
That can be a little. Let's see. Necrotizing
Fasciitis. Necrotizing fasciitis.
Awareness Day.
Necrotizing fasciitis. Fresh out of itis.
That's all you, pal.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is.
I got nothing.
Something about flesh-eating disease, I guess.
Oh, that's awful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move on. What you think upon grows day. What you think upon grows day.
Say it again.
What you think upon grows day.
Is there a comma in there?
Nope. What you think upon grows day.
Or is this like a real like Ebonics? What you think upon grows day? Well, I think upon grows day is great.
It's also speaking complete sentences, and apparently that's we can't even get that on.
Is it meaning the thing that you think about is what you
grows.
Manifest?
I'm guessing.
Because I would have thought a whole better.
I've got not much for that
terminology to that. Yeah. Sam Online right there. Boom. Manifest day.
Manifest
Why
day.
not just say that? Yeah.
Let's see.
I guess nobody thought about it.
World No Tobacco Day. Kiss my ass. And World Parrot Day. So
World Parrot Day?
World Parrot Day. I would, if I were to get another pet, it would be a blue macaw. Just 3 feet tall. Very social bird. Super smart. Thank you. And will die after me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna outlive you for sure. No birds. Picking a pipe and said no birds. It's that freaking Crowe that used to have pissed, ruined it for everybody.
All right, we're gonna swap over to some benchmark top floor.
Oh, we're done being fancy. Okay,
dude, if you want another one, let's take another one. You up for it?
Sure.
Where's the shot glass at?
For
the fat dog?
For Derek. We already did one for the fat dog.
Oh, that's true. For D-Man. I'd never seen somebody run out so fast.
You know, when I was a kid, I had a finch picking and piping, and I also thought that bird needed to go away. And then my uncle passed away, and nobody fed it or watered it.
Oh,
when we
no.
got back, it was dead in the cage.
Oh, no.
And so I buried it out in the backyard in a shoebox. And then, as typical of a 80s kid who's weird and wants to learn about, I guess, weird things about death, I dug that bird up a few times to see what it looked like at different stages of decomposition.
Actually, that's how they discover, solve murders.
Yeah, so that's all it was. Yeah, I was trying to do.
They discover solve murders.
Aviary CSI.
Yeah.
CS Sky.
And in fact, if you watch, I like that. I do like that. Avian Bird Flu Sky. But I like that if you ever watch Mike Rowe, he's got an episode where he goes to like a training facility where they learn about how to identify like how long a body's been dead, stuff like that. It's by far one of the most gross and funny at the same time because it's all about decomposition. And so there's all myriad of animals decomposing, and he is about to vomit the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, if you want to keep from vomiting, I kid you not, he did this, so it's proof positive based off of the episode. To keep yourself from vomiting, all you have to do is smile. So I can't tell you how many times he pulled back a tarp to see decomposition, and the smell hits him, and you see it hit him, and he's like,
yeah, there's the problem. The problem is right there. If you think I'm breathing through my mouth, because if I can smell it, then there's something in the air. There's particles floating around, and that's not getting in my teeth.
No,
sorry.
But he's like grinning ear from ear in the most pained way possible, completely stressed out. I think he falls a couple times. I mean, like it's bad, but it's probably one of the best television experiences for that show that I've ever had. So, all right, D-Man, this one's for you.
Yep. For Derek.
Dillers.
Better second time around.
It is better second time around.
And this time I didn't just throw it back. This time I kind of let it sit for a bit.
Yep.
And I still have about half of that shot, so I owe you guys half.
It's there's some good notes at the end.
Yeah.
I taste a little toffee.
I don't think I have as refined a palate as you guys. I think so many broken noses and
leather
stuff. I don't taste the things that y'all do.
Very leathery.
I taste sensation. I taste burn.
Yeah,
I taste
I do
acidity and a little sour to it.
I'm self-deprecating to my palate.
Yeah.
We know this.
Now, if it were salty or savory, like onion or steak
like sour
or something
beers.
like that,
I hate sour beers.
Yeah,
I'm not a sour beer. I'm not like to me. I taste sour and I'm thinking this is bad.
I want my beer to taste like I'm eating a loaf of bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with some maybe some hoppy, seeds in there and stuff like that. They're just like
the more weedy,
punctuating.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
But I do like IPAs though.
I don't think this is a bad.
I can tell that it's they've hit their mark for what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Because and I say that because even with its flavor, even if the flavor's not for everybody, it's definitely refined. Like they have smoothed it out, they've balanced it. I will say it's probably one of the more well balanced because I have heat, but I don't have massive burn.
See, that's the thing. I think I'm not a massive bourbon guy.
Part of bourbon is the burn.
I do like some Scotch.
Yep.
I like Irish whiskey.
Except for Grouch, I have to check that one out, Cincy.
I don't know. Something about Kentucky bourbons that I don't know. They're too in my face.
I'll have Durwood.
It's like that rum.
I'll have Durwood text Derek, see how he's doing.
It's like that rum that we're talking about, the bamboo.
Yep, the bamboo.
Bamboo. That's a great.
The bamboo.
That's a great rum because it's got a taste to it. You know, it's got a flavor. And I do pick up some of those
good flavor.
Oh yeah.
Like that's not even that's a super easy. I'm not sure who wouldn't like it.
The stock one. Yeah. The original.
I don't think I've had the different one.
No, the one that the dark.
Yeah.
I got that one, and I felt like it tasted less like rum and it tasted more like tequila to me. It was
interesting.
Yeah, it was it was a little bit of a punch in the face. Now the other, it wasn't bad, but I thought, okay, well, I'm probably going to mix this. I'm going to do rum and Coke.
I've never had Hennessy.
I don't know if I'm sure I have. I just don't remember.
I like St. Pauli's Girl. I do like that. Irish whiskey. Irish whiskey is good.
Yeah, I mean, I like Irish whiskey. I
got no qualms with that.
I like a smooth taste. I'm a vodka guy like that. You know, I do like a good tequila, though. I know that's the opposite of everything that I've just said.
Oh,
but tequila, I do like a good tequila.
I just found out. Speaking of tequila, it's World Parrot Day.
World Parrot
Why
Day?
that's speaking of tequila?
That's Margaritaville, I guess.
Is it a parrot? It's possibly a parrot.
That's what you call the what is it? It's not James Taylor. Come on, wow, the Jimmy Buffett's.
Jimmy
the
Buffett.
parrot heads, yeah.
Let's see. Birthdays. Clint Eastwood was born 1930. Is he still around? Mm-hmm. He's still around?
Still directing.
That's right.
He's so old. He's
almost 100.
Super skinny.
Then.
Like you ever see somebody who's so old like their clothes fit different?
Right.
Like their clothes fit like you're just putting it on a skeleton. Like that's how old they are. And that's what Clint Eastwood kind of looks like to me. Still,
I don't disagree.
Top-notch director though.
I don't disagree.
He's put out movies in the last 2 years. I've seen a few and like I love this stuff, man.
He's kept working.
Yeah.
Like he's a workaholic.
Just look over this chat. Boy, there's been a lot of chat.
Let's see. Sharon Gless, 1943, American actress. Cagney and Lacey, Burn Notice.
Cagney and Lacey.
1943, Joe Namath.
Was it Jolton Joe? Was that him?
Mm-hmm.
Coming out in his fur coats, the original NFL pimp.
The original Ric Flair.
I don't know. Who was more nature boyish? Was it Ric Flair or was it Joe?
Oh, Ric Flair.
Yeah. Because he transformed from an actual person into his wrestling character, and he does not know the difference.
Yep. Tom Berenger, 1949. You know him from Platoon. 1965, Brooke Shields, which I always thought was a guy. American model.
Oh,
actress,
no. She's in always...
Pretty Baby, Blue Lagoon.
She was in Blue Lagoon, which was kind of an odd movie, but I remember watching it growing up.
Movie.
And I just thought it was an odd movie, but I loved it.
Yes, same
I
here.
thought it was a good movie. Like the idea of being shipwrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, if I'm sitting down to eat lunch in the middle of the day after, halfway through work,
right,
I'm probably watching somebody pull up on a island and doing some sort of survival video, wondering if I could do it. No, I couldn't. I would die.
No, right.
But yeah,
absolutely not. 1976, Colin Farrell, who I don't have any interest in.
Really?
Never liked him. I've never liked this guy. Like this guy,
I think
don't
he's
know
hit or
what it
miss
is.
for me.
I don't know what it is about him, but I just can't.
I've seen some stuff that I really thought was good. He played Penguin in this last Batman movie.
The movies? Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, he plays the Penguin. He does not look at all. I mean, just the prosthetics to make him fat and bald and all that. But
Who was it? Danny DeVito that played
the original,
the second Batman.
Have you seen? If you haven't, let me
Apparently
just
I
tell
haven't.
everybody.
I have not.
Please
Okay.
go check this out.
All right.
There's some YouTube channel that made a video where they said we want to cast the character of Wolverine, but we want to be true to the character. Technically Hugh Jackman's like 6'2". They're like Wolverine in the comics is technically like 5'3".
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Yeah, so they
even in the games he was going around. He's like a little hunched, tiny little
some group took
gremlin of a guy.
a bunch of videos from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they turned Danny DeVito into Wolverine, and it was so good. I loved it. Yeah, the AI spoofed it. It was great. It was so stupid, but they made him like they treated it serious. They made a whole trailer about him being Wolverine, and
that's awkward.
It was, and he was fat, and he had the and he had the red, the yellow and blue costume.
Oh no, really?
But he was fat, and it was great. They brought in this stuntman who was in the Wolverine movies to do the motion capture for all of that stuff. Which in and of itself was great to see because you saw how professional that guy was. He just did 3 takes of 3 different people. He played 3 different bad guys. And in his head, the timing was right. They did 1 take, and, he got stabbed in the first one, head sliced in the second one, and, impaled in the third one. They only had to do it once. He just nailed the timing every time. It was just sick. See somebody so pro. But yeah, Danny DeVito as Wolverine.
Would you
stupid enough that I love it?
Would you watch the next Deadpool with Wolverine?
I will 100% watch the next Deadpool. It's so irreverent and silly that I'm gonna watch it. And here's the thing is, I don't like Ryan Reynolds
I'm
that
not
much.
the biggest fan of that guy
in
at all.
other things.
And in fact, I'm pissed off because they used him in Blade 3, and he was a terrible Hannibal King.
I feel like if you watch one performance of him,
it's all of them.
You've seen every performance from Ryan Reynolds. It's the same in everything.
De Niro.
The only thing is, it is perfect as Deadpool.
Like his work as Green Lantern was abysmal.
Well, I love how much he makes fun of it.
Almost made me hate.
Have you seen
Green
Deadpool
Lantern.
2?
I think so.
So at the end, they have the after credit stuff where
because Green Lantern's DC.
He gets this time travel device. Deadpool does. After the credits, he gets this time traveling device, and he starts traveling in different things, going to different universes. Or maybe it's not a time traveling device. He goes to these different places. So he goes back to the Wolverine Origins movie where he played Deadpool in that, and they mangled it, and he kills him. And then he goes to Green Lantern. He goes to the Green Lantern movie and kills himself in Green Lantern.
Wow.
Deadpool kills all these
Green
things.
Lantern was awful. It wasn't just him, but it was bad. It was really, really bad.
Yeah, I never saw it, but I heard it was terrible. But yeah, I'm excited about that one. I think it's interesting. Yeah, we need to shoot
welcome aboard.
D-Man a text. I don't know if I have his actual cell phone number.
My phone is currently in use.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, wait. I do have my watch though.
Nope, I do. I got it.
Just for an update. I forgot I have an Apple Watch. The wife got it so she could track me. Also on this day in history, while he's not on this day in history because apparently I just scrunched it all off. Let's see. On this day in history, 1790, the U.S. enacts the Copyright Act of 1790. In 1790, not 1970.
You know what I find interesting about copyright? This year you just had the stuff with the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm. And there was immediately a porno and horror film.
Of course.
Right off the
What
bat.
is that? Rule 42? Anytime something exists, there's a porno version of it. There's a.
Is that what Rule 42 is?
That's what Rule 42 is, right?
I had no
if you
idea.
ever hear anybody mention
Never
Rule
heard that one.
42?
That's about as much as I know about that as Butterface.
If it exists, there's a porn version of it. But
he will attest to you, I had no idea what Butterface was either.
yeah, the I already forgot what we were talking about. Move on.
Oh, we were talking about copyright.
Oh yeah, copyright.
Steamboat
Yeah,
Willie.
the old Steamboat. I just find that interesting that they filed extensions on that several times and they got them. But it goes into, public domain, even while you're still actively making money off of it. It's still technically in use.
Yes.
And I think if you look at that from a corporate standpoint, it's terrible. But I think it's great. I think it's
Steamboat
great.
Peter North, John Galdieri. Well, wow, I couldn't even say your last name, sir, John. That was
that's it.
My
Steamboat
gosh,
Willie. I mean,
that's
you don't
just
even
like-
have to change it. You could just say that Steamboat Willie. Peter North is Steamboat Willie.
Yikes. Let's see. In 1927, after 15,007,003 vehicles were produced, it was the end of the Ford Model T. That's a lot of vehicles back in 1927.
I did not know there was
Think
more
about
than
that.
one. So, yeah.
That's crazy. Also, in 1977, the Trans-Alaska Pipeline is completed. How about you? I mean, what a wonderful day. What a wonderful thing.
Important.
I would say it's important. Speaking of important, it is trivia time. Because you cannot go without a good kazoo. A good kazoo is a wonderful thing to have. And I need to relight my said cigar. I love the fact that they did this song with a kazoo.
I think I figured out what the problem is the person who's worn this the last few times. The
Who's
reason there's
worn
no
it?
audio is because this thing is chock full of earwax.
Oh, that's isn't that nice?
Well, I'm glad
sure
that
that's yours?
that I noticed that after
You shoved
I've
it
had
in your
it
ear.
deep within my ear hole.
Is that the one that is that yours?
Yeah,
Nobody's
it had my name on it.
Nobody's supposed to be using that. James doesn't use it. The wife doesn't use it. Derek doesn't get over there and use it.
Well, I mean
I'd laugh if he swapped it out with you, which wouldn't that be a horrible ass joke?
It's okay. I'll clean it when we go. I have my in-ears in the. Nope, I didn't drive the truck, so never mind. It's just gonna sit with chalked up wax.
Well, onward and upward as we go.
Get a paper clip. That's all I'm saying. The old
let's see.
Butterface.
The old Butterface.
I'm not gonna talk about Butterface.
I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the hell is that? All I could think of was a stick of butter. That's all I could think of. And somebody having a flat face and looking like SpongeBob SquarePants. That's what I thought, which is I'm sure is, pretty odd. Let's see. Ooh, in 1999, VH1's Behind the Music began airing nightly. The premiere show was with the Red Hot blank blank. Let's see who guesses that one quickly.
All right.
You want me to get the good old...
No, we're good.
John Galdieri in there quick. I'm gonna give Chad a point too, because I knew what he meant, even though he was kind of just like splurting all over the phone.
Easy now.
That's what I
The
said.
Chicky Pervers.
I thought that was hilarious.
the Foogwagads.
I was like, what? In 1962, Tell It to Blank aired for the last time on CBS. In 1962, Tell It to Blank aired on CBS. Your mom. The Marines know. Starts with a G.
Gandhi.
I'll give you a hint since nobody's getting it.
Gandalf.
Tell
it to Gandalf.
The last name for this person, though not this person, would have been Marx.
Oh, I got it.
Let's see if anybody gets it. I thought that was a subtle enough one.
Close. There it is.
Steve Spinn got it with Groucho.
Yeah. I just
tell it to Groucho.
Thinking about this Gandalf thing. What if you went to a therapist and it was Gandalf? Specifically Ian McKellen Gandalf.
Wouldn't that be a horrendous thing?
A horrendous thing or just super comforting? Just ill-timed memes.
Sometimes the improbability drive taketh away. It does taketh away. Thank you, John Galdieri. He knows how to spin his tens. Let's see. There's no real good. Wow, there is no real good. Okay, here's a guess. In what year did New York Madison Square Garden open?
Ooh.
That's a good
Lots
one.
of historic wrestling matches in Madison Square Garden. Great.
Give
moments.
it to whoever gets closest. It is not 1492 there, David. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut it down 5, 4, because I'm going to go with whoever got closest.
1921,
3,
I'm going to say.
2. Troy is also doubly wrong. 1. Any other guesses? That is going to go to Sam Online. It was 1879.
Wow, Madison Square Garden is that on?
Isn't that crazy? Sam Online, don't change your answer.
Mike from Briar Blues here.
Welcome aboard, Mike.
Dark side.
I always love his. I worked so hard on his.
It's a point of pride every time we hear, what's his name?
Do I even have any over there? Oh, I guess I don't. I thought I did, but I don't have
I
any.
still stand by the idea that we should have a new one every week.
He actually, it took him I think a year or something like that. He actually did a live just for sound bites.
Nice.
I was like, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've just started it.
Just
haven't
don't work
fully
too
listened
hard.
to it.
If it's
I'm
clear,
going to take out everything that was not a sound bite.
if it's
for
clear
him.
that you're trying, it's time to
It
stop.
gets immediately disregarded. 100%. In 1960, Johnny and the Hurricanes performed Down Blank on American Bandstand. In 1960, Johnny and the Hurricanes performed Down Blank on American Bandstand. This is a very southern term, and it would start with down.
Yeah.
And it's a direction.
Boom.
David Smart got it. It was Down Yonder.
That's the worst part about being on the show is like, you know the answer to it. I don't want to
Derek
say
just
it.
calls the shit out. He doesn't care.
Well, I mean, I'm a pro. I'm a pro.
Let's see. The sports ones are crap. I don't have anything good for sports ones. So we're going to skip those.
Got a little update. Boy got cut on the face. He said it's all good. He's going to play doctor, so I guess not too serious. So
okay, good deal. Glad to hear that for sure, because that's
we love you, D.
He left.
Let
He
me
left
rephrase that.
quick.
Please don't chop that up. We love you, Derek.
Correct.
Yeah.
Don't clip that one.
Don't clip.
Thank you.
That.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You bunch of dirty minds out there.
But your camera looks a lot better than mine, so I'm probably going to sit here from now on. Yeah.
And just boot Derek. We'll stick him in third chair.
Yeah.
He's gonna demand.
No, you know what though? He works really hard.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
to run everything and he's
running.
He's pretty spot on everything.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in any way working even remotely hard. So, yeah, that's why I pop up once every 6 months or so.
Wow, that's the excuse we're using.
Yeah. When we had our podcast, I expected you to be there every week, but
right, and I was.
Yeah, and you were, but I'll be here once in a while, cause I'm lazy.
Let's see. Nobody's gonna get this one, so that ain't gonna happen.
Go single camera for a sec, so I can stealthily get up.
Go
well,
right
let me
ahead.
announce what I'm about to do, so that it's not stealthy. I'm gonna get up and go to the fridge. You need something?
I'm good. Thank you. Any other time, I'd tell you to beer me.
Could have just said, hey, go single camera. tell you everything.
Oh, here's a big one. What year was the first episode of Seinfeld? I love the fact that guy did it with his mouth. Good news is, boys should be fine. My motto is, hard work may not kill you, but why take a chance? No joke. All right. Gonna hit the button in 5, 4, 3. That is not correct, John Gaudieri. You should have stuck with your original answer. Steve Spent, got it. 1990. The Google is strong with you. Let's see. In 1969, Classic 4 performed The River is Blank on American Bandstand. I know, Steve, you're good. In 1969, Classic 4 performed The River is Blank. That is correct, Matthew. Picking and piping. It was wide. It was. It deep and wide, deep and wide. Okay, sorry. Let's see.
I said, you better not. You better not.
You better not. That seems so loud. I wonder if that's super loud on the other one. I don't know. Can't tell. Oh well. Let's see. In 1975, Discotheques and the Sex O Blank performed I Wanna Dance With You on American Bandstand. Who was it? There's a fountain flowing all right there, Sammy. I love what we think the song is. Sam is what did you try to type? Is that right? I'm gonna give it to Sam. It's Sexolettes. Sexolettes. Sam Online got it. The Sexolettes. Letts. Sexolettes is what it was. Bless you.
Oh boy, the adventure I just had. Wow, sorry.
The adventure, huh?
Yeah, I just went to go grab a little drink out of the fridge, then realized that, I got this weak nostril, this weak vessel in my nose from wrestling in high school. And, went to take care of a nosebleed. Somehow got wrapped up in a raucous game of hide and seek with your son and the friends in the
neighbors,
house.
Yeah.
So I'm technically hiding right now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, but I found them real quick. They're terrible.
They're
not very good.
They don't know that hide and seek used to be a survival training program.
But what I did come out of this with was a handful of your kids' M&Ms.
Perfect. I don't eat chocolate. Have a ball.
Yeah.
Let's see. In 1992, the final episode of Night Blank aired on NBC. In 1992, the final episode of Night Blank aired on NBC.
Boom. There it is. Love Night Court, man. Love Harry Anderson.
That was our final.
Haven't watched the...
Let's see. We had Yardism, John Gaudieri, Steve Spent with 2, Sam Online with 3. So Sam, David Smock with 1, Picking and Pie with 1. Sam Online is the winner for tonight. Congratulations.
Night Court. I haven't seen the remake of Night Court. They've got a new... I guess it's not a remake. It's
kind of new. I think
sequel?
it's just kind of new to what... Is it a sequel?
Yeah, I think it's technically like you've got the guy's daughter. She was in Big Bang Theory, but she's the judge's daughter. She is also now a judge in Night Court.
Is she big bangable? Wasn't that the running joke?
Well, that's kind of the thing. What are the odds my wife watches this show?
None. 0. Not happening.
No,
not happening there.
It was 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon are going on in my head right now, except it's not Kevin Bacon.
It's Separation.
It's it. Like, went from Night Court, Harry Anderson, the judge in Night Court, was in the movie It. The original one with Tim Curry.
I never saw the original.
Never saw the Tim Curry Curry version?
This is why I never was scared of clowns.
Oh, that's why I didn't sleep when I was a kid.
I had clowns in my room.
So funny because I'm sitting here thinking like the stuff I don't let my kids watch compared to the things that I watched as a kid. The Freddy Kruegers, the Jasons, the Mike Myers, the Pennywise, the clown, Tim Curry as Pennywise was terrifying as a kid. And I loved it. I watched it all the time. Loved it.
Wasn't it? Now we talked about this before because I had asked you about this, and the It in the newer version is different than the 80s version, to the extent that it was like they weren't. One seemed to be. I don't remember how
Tim Curry's version was a little more Looney Tunes. Like it was scary. Don't get me wrong,
Right.
but there was a lot of like.
But he was
gags.
a clown.
He was a clown, and it was humor based off
Where
of clowns.
this one is more of he's
the Bill
turning into
Skarsgård,
something.
is creepy.
Was it you that told me about the guy's eye?
Yeah, where his eye is a little off, and it wasn't a prosthetic. It's something that he does with his eye. There's a picture that circulates online of Bill Hader, who was in the movie, talking to him and asking him about it. And so then you see the guy, Bill Skarsgård, go into the Pennywise face. He does a smile that's just super creepy. It's not prosthetics, and it's just the way he holds his mouth that's crazy creepy. And then he throws his eye a little off to the side, and you just see Bill Hader leave. Like, but Tim Curry's was good too because it was silly, it was creepy, and then he opens his mouth. He's got sharp teeth, and he's going to bite your face off, and it's terrifying, especially when you're a.
I did watch
10-year-old
Clowns from Outer Space though, and I love that movie.
Well, that's why they're remaking all of our childhood because there is nothing good.
No, there's no
now.
originality anymore. I
Yeah,
know.
they
It's
just
a
let's take
soapbox.
all the things that made the '80s kids and the '70s and '80s kids great.
You know what show they need for kids these days that we started watching just recently?
You can't do that on television.
Yes. No. But
Okay.
yes. That one, yes, too. Because it's a classic, and I felt like I was the only one that ever watched that show because nobody else ever talked about it. It was so great.
I mean, you have to watch that show to understand why people on Nickelodeon got slimed and
I
watered.
was so mad when our lockers were split top and bottoms because I wanted to try to. I
wanted
tried
to get inside.
I
of
tried
it
to get in my locker
and have conversations.
It didn't work.
Nice.
And then get slimed. Ultimately, was the end goal. But no,
Yeah.
it was. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark was.
It was the Midnight Society.
It was good for a kid.
For that age.
Yeah, for that age group.
They were creepy enough.
It had a creepy intro.
It did. And it had a creepy ending. But
creepiest intro. What's the creepiest intro for you?
Creepiest intro for me was it's the that right there.
Yeah. That one.
It's a series like Are You Afraid of the Dark, but for adults. And it had a high pitch and everything was in negative. The way they did the commercials, and it was like the acting wasn't great. I always remember Seinfeld's dad was in one of them. He was a radio host.
Twilight Zone.
Wasn't Twilight Zone, but it was. I remember not Seinfeld's dad. George Costanza's dad was a radio guy, and he was locked in, and the devil had locked him in to the studio as a radio guy, and he wasn't allowed to ever stop. And like it was like Are You Afraid of the Dark, but for adults. And
Alfred Hitchcock.
It was Alfred Hitchcock. It's very modern. Does anybody know what it was? I swear it was a show. It was a series. They're like 30 minutes long, and it's like, it had a good voice, everything else. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Really?
Thought it was a little scary.
Really?
That show messed with me.
Yeah, Unsolved Mysteries. When I was a kid, terrified me because number one, the music, and then you had the weird guys. 1983, John Jones was walking his dog, and he looked like a zombie in the first place. But
I have to look this up now.
Silk Stockings.
George
Unsolved Mysteries was terrifying.
Costanza's dad.
And it was also because they were unsolved mysteries, so they were still applicable. There's a murderer out there, and they're like, if you have information about this guy who kills children, call this number.
Jerry Stiller. I bet if I look, I'll find it this way. Jerry Stiller. Where's his IMDb? Okay, here we go. Jerry Stiller. Boy, he's done all kinds of stuff.
You're going to be on that page for a hot minute if you're looking for that. Because that's a career.
He's lengthy, to say the least.
That's a man with a long work history.
I'll know it when I see it. I say that, and then I probably will never see it.
Then you get to the bottom of the list. Okay.
TV series. Let's see. Man, I can't believe nobody knows this. Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt. I just thought that was too cheesy. I thought that puppet, the Crypt Keeper was a little too. As a matter of fact, we had a teacher that we used to call the Crypt Keeper.
Ooh, Dexter. We did.
You know what? Maybe some folks in chat will remember this, but there was a Nightmare on Elm Street show.
There was, yes.
And it was.
There was also a Friday the 13th show.
Those are good times. Freddy was always more terrifying to me than any of the other ones, though, because they were physical. Like, technically, they're going to murder you more than likely, but you can stop them. Freddy's in your dreams.
Here's the 15 scariest TV shows.
Paranormal Survivor.
Unsolved Mysteries is number 1.
Yeah, clearly. It's everything about it. The theme song, the content, the host, everything about it was creepy as crap.
Tales from the Dark Side. That one was good. Twilight Zone, Stranger Things.
Love Stranger Things.
The X-Files. American Horror Story, I don't know.
It's more
The Walking Dead, it's okay. Tales from the Crypt, The Hitchhiker, The Outer Limits, Freddy Nightmares. That must have been the show. The Strain. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Nice. Goosebumps.
The old R.L. Stein books.
And Outcast. The boy has read some of those. He likes them. He liked The Mask. He liked the puppet one. The dummy. And a few others. The Mask one was the scariest one to me.
What's your scariest period all time? We're getting harassed.
Oh, for the shot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
all right. We don't have to keep going with the fancy stuff.
We'll get another one.
We toasted Bentley. We toasted Derek.
But now we're toasting us.
Who else has moved on? What happened to the Crow? What happened to him?
God, we really need to pour a few for that poor guy. Never seen anybody so abused.
Martin's beard.
You can kiss my ass.
Pour one out for Martin's beard.
I'll pour it into Martin's beard is what I'll do. This stuff's good. I like it. I just want some more of it.
You pour it into your beard, that beard's going to curl.
Oh, I promise you, it already does. It doesn't have a... I wish it would curl. It's more of just a wave. It's pretty much what it is.
What happened to the Crow? Like, for real? Like, what's up with him?
So, So it's a long but short story.
Oh.
And it's one that typically starts with, hey, we have high hopes and big dreams, and it doesn't work exactly right because guess what? We're not teenagers anymore, and people don't have time to do things like we used to.
But he has time.
You know,
No.
I'm hoping there might be an appearance for the guy, which would be a lot of fun. Let's see.
At least have the decency to kill him off.
That you can
on
never
screen
kill
or
him off.
something.
That would be awful. Poor bird. Poor bird.
Like he was a crackhead.
So much has happened
right?
to that poor guy. He was on parole. Like, you know, talk about kicking a poor bird when he's down.
What a
It's
great
just like
thing. That's so stupid.
Oh, Mortison J Crowe. Here's to you.
There you go.
He was in
Bird
it, for sure. Dilly dilly.
You know what's interesting? Third time around, I got sweet.
I did get a lot of sweet on that.
I got a lot of sweet that time.
Which I wonder why. Oh, what Cards Against Humanity?
Cards Against Derek. Well, Derek's not here, so Cards Against Durwood, I guess. Is that what this box is?
It seems like it. I don't know why I pulled out the world's biggest stack of cards, but
all right. So I read.
You read, and I'm just gonna go
You get
rando.
answers. Okay.
I'm gonna go rando. Well, no, you know what? I can't break tradition. Let's let everybody pick.
Well, I can't get any cards out because I feel like he's got 3 decks stuffed in this one box. So it's okay. The very first one.
He might actually put those in an order just to beware.
I just pulled from the middle.
1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 3. So we got 2
I'm not going to
threes.
read it, but
like that has to be a card that you have to act out.
Oh my gosh!
In the process, that's a great card. Stick that card right back where it was. All right, are you asking questions?
Wait,
questions?
is this the question deck?
No.
This is not the question
No,
deck.
the question
Okay.
deck is
That was a phenomenal card.
is the
though.
black cards.
I would like to read that one. All right, here we go. I'm just going to grab from the middle.
All right, I got 2 1s and 2 3s. Need a tiebreaker. Somebody give me a tiebreaker. 1 times 1 equals 2.
I don't know if I can do this one.
didn't
What's the
create a
deal
tiebreaker.
with
3.
copyrights?
Sam, that's not a tiebreaker. You got to be the.
Can I read lyrics?
All right,
This
1.
is song lyrics. Can I?
Sure, go right ahead.
All right, here we go. All right, you ready?
Yep.
I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm
Bitches. I'm good with that.
You're not wrong.
I'm not hating it. All right, now we'll go with the next.
This one has potential. How about I read it and then you let chat decide?
Okay.
All right, here we go. It's one blank. Here we go. And now, I'll do it in a voice. Here we go. And now, from WHYY in Philadelphia, it's Blank with Terry Gross.
It's Blank with Terry Gross.
And now, from WHYY in Philadelphia, it's Blank with Terry Gross.
All right, I'm going to go with what Sam did because Sam. Oh, 4. Okay, 4. All right. Go right ahead.
All right, so you have to do it in a voice too then, right? All right.
Okay.
And now, from WHYY in Philadelphia, it's
A really cool hat.
with Terry Gross.
Yeah, they were being nice on that one. All right, we're going to go rando.
Oh, I like this one.
It's going to be rando.
One
Who
blank.
knows?
All right, here you go.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
It's very simple. You give me sex, I give you.
Harassing the power of steam. Harnessing the power of steam.
But it was harassing the power of
because
steam.
you said sex.
Threw
Apparently,
you off.
forming a monogamous pair bond. That would have been B. Foreskin was the next. Apparently, that probably was the right one. And getting sad for no reason.
There you go. I give you sex, you give me getting sad for no reason.
No reason.
Yep.
Boy, you're the worst lay ever.
That's
How bitter.
what I'm used to.
How bitter.
That's my life in a nutshell.
Now let's now you were talking about something earlier, so let's let you handle the D scale.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that would be fun.
I love the answers. The clap, herpes. I mean, I don't love those answers. They are what they are.
Oh, where is
okay. So for my boy, Derek, I'll just get a little bit of this Paps here.
Little Pappies.
Yep, this is for my boy Derek. I'm a D-man. So in the D scale for this week, the Durwood scale, in honor of Derek, I was talking to him about a show on FX called Shogun. So if anyone has watched that, feel free to chime in. Shogun is I think it's a 10 episode first season. I can't remember the guy's name.
You want me to look him up?
Hirosaki. That's it. Hirosaki Sanada.
Hirosaki.
Yeah. So it's technically a remake of a show that came out, I guess, in the 70s or so, 70s or 80s. But it's adapted off of a novel by an author named James Clavell, I believe it is.
Is that like Superman?
Nope.
Nope.
It is not. But yeah, it's this period piece based in like the 1600s, and the general storyline is that there's this period of time in Japan where the I don't want to say emperor, they called it the Taiko, has passed away, and the heir is too young to take over, so the country is put in the hands of 5 regents, and these regents are generally scheming and trying to figure out ways to get power, except for this one who is played by I swear I've already forgot Hirosaki Sanada, who has been in Mortal Kombat. He's been in John Wick.
Get over here!
Just a phenomenal. He's my favorite
myself.
I guess like Japanese actor. Like he's a great actor. But the idea of the show is that this British or this English ship pilot, gets shipwrecked in Japan, and sort of gets kind of like a very similar to what was it, The Last Samurai,
which I still haven't seen.
Really?
No.
Yeah, it's one of the few Tom Cruise movies I like. That was a great movie. But it's, man, so much drama in this thing. Very graphic, so don't watch it with your kids, for sure. Great
Public
story about
service
this.
announcement.
Pretty much maybe 4th or 5th episode before any sort of sex scene came into play. Just happened to also be the time that my middle child walked down the stairs to ask me a question. So I'm like scrambling, trying to pause it because I hear her coming down the steps. And I pause it just right as there's a titty on the screen.
No!
She walks into the room. She goes, "Dad," and I go, "Get out!"
Oh God!
And then she looks at the screen and she just walks out of the room. Could you milk me? I get up, I come out, and I'm sitting here like, it just incidental titty. That's all it is. Incidental. She just happened to walk in the room at the time, so I walk out and I'm like, "What do you want?" Like I'm gonna ask her, "What is it that you want?" I just walk out and we make eye contact and we both just go. I just chuckle, and then she's like, "Can I have? Can I play on the computer?"
You can have anything.
And I'm like, "Yeah, go play on the computer. Just do it upstairs, and don't tell Mom about this titty." But no, it was just it's great. If you like Game of Thrones, it's down that same vein, but it's not nearly as graphic as Game of Thrones. I mean, some of the deaths
let's be
are
honest, the samurai, like that part of the dynasty was all Game of Thrones.
It was very
brutal.
Some of that
and
stuff
vicious.
is very graphic, but what makes it great is for every little bit of that show where there's violence and death and sex and just the graphic stuff, the conflict between the English guy who's sort of been pulled into this Japanese society The conflict between his sort of views of life and the way that traditional Japanese culture is, like just so much drama there. He doesn't speak any Japanese. He has to have a translator. It's just this great conflict. And then, you know, the Hirosaki Sanada guy is the warlord. Anyway, top notch. It's on FX. I took a free trial of Hulu to check it out. Episodes are about 45 minutes to an hour. There are 10 episodes. Just a great series. So much so that I went ahead and bought the book to it, not knowing that it was 1,300 pages. Probably not going to read that one. Saw the show. But there are 5 other books after it. So hopefully they keep going. They have other seasons. But highly recommend it if you like that kind of thing. Now, here's the disclaimer, guys and gals. If you don't like subtitles, you're going to hate it.
Okay.
If you don't like... They do have a dub. But if you don't like subtitles,
this is all
and the dub bothers you, then you might not like it quite as much. But subtitles don't bother me at all. But I like it. So
all right. Well, signal down below what you think it'll be.
I mean, for me, it's a very easy.
Was that a?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very easy 5. Can't wait to watch the next season of it. You know what? I immediately regret because I forgot what this is.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
The way you think.
Going on a trip in my big pink rocket ship.
Massive
flying through the sky. Yep. I have regrets. I question my life choices. Right now, immediate regrets. Should have ranked it a 0. And but no, I highly recommend it if you like that kind of stuff. If you enjoyed, I guess that's the benchmark. If you've watched The Last Samurai and you loved that movie, you will absolutely love Shogun. So there you go. That's in honor of my boy Derek. Enjoy.
I had to see what the wife was doing. She came out here. I think she grabbed a beer and she jettisoned. She said, "That's it." She was like, "Nope.
That's all, folks." That's what she
did.
like,
"Wow, all right." I guess I'm.
She said these kids are in here playing hide and seek. And
She was
I'm
probably
about
looking
to,
for a phone.
Yeah, I'm about to choke somebody.
No doubt. She went and hid in the room just for that fact.
Well, then she's doing a better job than them. They're terrible at hide and seek.
I'm trying. There's no reason to text her because her phone's right there.
Yeah. I mean, she, like, legitimately, one of the kids put a blanket over them and laid in the middle of the floor.
In the middle of the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. I was like, sir, you are terrible at this.
Speaking of terrible. No.
Oh, I'm supposed to do something. Sorry. Sorry. I swear, I actually watched the show, but I am unfamiliar with you. Now, oh, wait, I need to do an Ed McMahon thing.
Yes.
No. The Sultan of Shinobi Scooby-Doo, Ship Shop Shooby-Doo, the Great Lame Codneck, the Magnificent. I know that's not Ed McMahon, but that's what I did. That's what
Ali Bim Shum Bim some of Bim Mladen and some Laden and Shuma Bim.
Some Laden.
And the unhermetically sealed envelopes, I presume.
Yes, I have them in my hand
He
here.
has them in his hand.
Yes, and they are unhermaphroditically sealed.
Unhermaphroditically sealed as always. You know, nobody,
Meaning that while they are closed enough to contain something, they are also open.
They're wide
so
open.
it could go both ways.
It's well, we like to do that on this show, so very common. All right.
All right. So what do I do? Just throw one at you?
You say number one, I guess.
Number one.
It's gonna be very interesting. Butt hurt. Butt hurt is what it is. What happened to people after a speech from Harrison Butker? Oh, Butker. Butker, not butt hurt, but apparently there was some butt hurt along with that one too. There we go.
Yeah. Number two. Let me be terrible and put it right in front of the camera. Like I've never done that. Well, I haven't done this.
This is the very first time. 34 problems. 34 problems. It is.
But I can tell you what ain't one.
But a thieving I'm sorry. But a thieving Cohen and stormy bitch ain't one. All right, that's what people tell me. They tell me, sir, Cohen stole tens of thousands, and Stormy stole your boxes while you slept. What a bitch. Okay. What a bitch.
Nice. Sorry to step on your joke.
I don't know. I didn't realize there was a
that was pretty good.
I was supposed to do this.
There we go. Number three.
Number three. Got a pipe.
Got a pipe.
That's what I said. Well, what is the number one question for jury selection during the Hunter Biden case? Got a pipe. Makes sense. I'm good with it.
Nice. I'm not stalling or anything, but just how much that hat, put it back on yourself. How much that makes you look like my wife's old roommate in college when she would go to bed. She have a little moo-moo on and her hair.
You know, this is about the only time that the beard works for this thing. Am I lying? Am I? I'm just saying. Okay.
Swami.
Number 4. Old Yeller. Oof.
Old Yeller.
I'm a little nervous about how this is going to go. Yeller. I barely even knew her, which is the title of Christy Gnome's next book. Got it. Okay. Poor thing. Poor thing.
Number 5.
Number 5.
This
is a tough crowd.
Johnny 5 here.
Johnny 5 still alive, by the way, which that's another movie I need to watch.
Come on, make a remake of that. We have better tech now.
We do. But
don't touch the soundtrack. I will kill you. That's a great soundtrack.
The South Bronx. South Bronx. What area said that Trump is the most relatable candidate based on his record? Wow. Okay. Oh, goodness. Yikes. That was a little deep cut right there. That's,
hold on. I've got it upside down. I thought that was a 9. Number 6.
The
final.
And the final card of the night. You know, and supposed to hit that button. Yes. And may your children's audition with Harvey Weinstein start with the line, "I think we're alone now." Wow.
Wow. Easy, Muttley. Got a real Muttley laugh going on there, sir. You about to jump in the great race or something?
I'm a professional. Hung jury. What was the one verdict Stormy Daniels wanted most in the hush money trial? And that makes perfect sense. And yeah.
Don't think it's lost on me, because it isn't. That both Trump and Vince McMahon going through very similar trials and tribulations right now. After the camaraderie that they've had for all those years.
I like the I like Robert just like ouch.
Yeah.
And I think it was mostly ouch just from the comment that we're finally finished, which is, if you insult the Babadouche, the Cardenac, the Magnificent, he's gonna come at you. He's gonna come. It's gonna happen. He's gonna come hard.
Wow.
Which is what he does. Oh, and speaking of that, we should probably toss a few of the jokes in that are apparently still wet from my spillage.
Oh.
How do baseball
What's
players
going on
know
here?
when to bathe? When they have foul balls. That's about right. That's what I was explaining. Why could I never date a baseball player? They're out of my league. It's far out of my league. What do you call a baseball player that holds water? It's a pitcher.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that was going that direction. Yeah.
It's a pitcher is who it is. Who is the least acidic baseball player of all time? Alkaline.
Okay.
Alkaline.
Okay.
That was,
all right. No, I got that one's okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, proper response.
Two
Proper
baseball
response.
players had an argument on if there is baseball in heaven. They both decided that whoever died first will come back to tell the other if baseball exists in heaven. Shortly after, friend one dies and comes back as promised. He says to friend two, "I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is that there is baseball in heaven. The bad news is that you're scheduled to pitch next week." That's a little
okay.
That one gets you.
I'll give you that. All right, I like it.
Why are Australians such confident baseball players? They're always being told good eye. Makes sense.
Look, here's a baseball one for you. You're like over 6. Here, but
what do you call an impotent baseball player? 2 balls and a strike.
yeah. Okay, I like that one.
All right,
that was a good one.
We're just gonna end right there. I've had enough.
I like that one though. That's good.
I've had enough. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but
oh gosh,
I'm taking.
All right, I know who I am. You could be everybody else.
Trying to remember who you are. What's it start with?
S.
Oh, perfect.
Let me hold this as douchebaggy as I can.
Yes, it's that time again where we bring to you the little people of the Friday Night Playhouse. Yes, that time each week where though you feel like you can't hear the words coming out of my mouth, and though I am completing perfect sentences, you are still making the absolute right choice by being here each week. Whether you smile all day or can't stand grown-ups, you will be glad you're here on the Friday Night Playhouse. Now come out of your meditation and get a grip on your macaroons while you sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You might just become a part of the pipe pack if you can guess this piece. So strike a match and light your bowl as you are in for one hell of a ride that we do each week for you, the little people.
I love how they're already guessing.
Okay, pause it there, Derwood.
Bats, they're sick. I can no hit curveball. Straight ball, I hit it very much. Curveball, bats are afraid. I ask Jobu to come take fear from bats. I offer him cigar and rum. He will come.
Hey, you might think about, just taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this kind of stuff.
Jesus. I like him very much, but he no help with curveball.
Are you trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball? Okay, Harris. Let's not start a holy war right now. I wouldn't leave that rum sitting around here with this group.
It's very bad to steal Joe Boo's rum. It's very bad.
And scene.
And blur the camera because I put my hand in front of the thing. Sorry.
Yes, I can feel your amazement and satisfaction over the interwebs for this week's Friday Night Playhouse. I could tell just from the flow of conversation that all you could barely contain yourselves. Let it not be said that I would deny such wonderful moments from you, the little people. Join us again next week, same time, same place, for the Friday Night Playhouse. We'll see you then.
Yes, I quite agree that they don't deserve such high quality theater. Yes, plebeians, the foolish peasants. Butt sniffers, as one would say.
Really? Field of Dreams?
Warriors, I mean, like, warriors.
Gone with the Wind. Really? All right, so Mike from Briar Blues is close with Wild Things.
Yeah. I think it was WKR Piper.
Yep. WKR Piper in Cincinnati. I'm going to give it to Mike and WKR Piper in Cincinnati just because I feel what Mike was doing.
Yeah. It, was a little awkward without that third seat, but you did a good job.
It was beyond awkward.
I like how you changed your voices.
I had to.
Not at all.
At not one time. I appreciate the not compliment that you gave me too. That's
if there's one thing I'm here not to do, it's
satisfied
not to encourage.
Isn't the word that Chad would use? Satiated. Satisfied. That was
forced,
the word.
harassed.
Filled to the brim.
Yeah.
Overflowing with an abundance.
Educated.
Beyond all expectation.
Needlessly harangued.
I think the haranguing is what they do.
The harangue.
the harangue.
Yes.
I will harangue you. Haldfield.
Yes. One might even say unnecessarily propagandized with educational material
easily. Good job though. Way to step in tonight.
Well,
I appreciate it. I'm glad you came.
Well, what? Here's the thing.
A solo show from hell.
Once you took the technology away and just let me sit here and read chat the whole time,
it creates wonders for one's mental. Faculties when you're not having to sit there and run a show.
Yeah.
Which Derek does. He does very, very well. He worked really hard to learn how to do it.
Yeah. That's why you want to be in the third seat. But you want to have the second seat. Camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's a motivational thing. Like the D-man enjoys said second camera. So he works for said second camera.
Yeah, that's what it goes to. I don't agree. I feel like I should be pampered
right
immediately.
Well, and you are. You are typically like that's the way we do here.
Yeah, I mean I don't deserve it.
I mean,
but look at me. I should deserve it.
I mean, you've got the look. She's got the look. He's got the look.
Trim the beard down from like a 16 to a 7. Gained about 10 years of age back.
I'm pretty sure I could just drape my beard over.
I really do. I really do want to get a hold of that.
And just run your fingers through it and grab it and jerk on it.
I just want to get like an electric razor and just like just
to
firm that jawline up.
Just to see the
know?
locks. I don't know anything about what you're saying. Y'all, I hear this all the time.
Look right here. You go down, you define the jaw. If I get rid of if I were to shave this off, what it would look like is a thumb with no chin that just goes with the goosh I got under my face here.
I can say this. It 100% this hides my double chin.
That is true. That's why I keep the beard. That's why I haven't shaved the goatee in probably 25 years.
Not even close. This hides any resemblance of a double chin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The goatee adds the appearance of a chin. You know?
I like the beard from the side.
There it is without the goatee. It's just
from the side is my favorite look of this.
Yeah. Roxette. She said, "Hello, fool. I love you. You want to go to Joyride?"
From the front. No party up here.
No, we just need to go.
It's no party up here.
Add that junk down to a good point.
Just straight here.
So you're doing a beard straightener, right? Like
absolutely. Because
here's why. I want to see it without the beard straightener.
Okay,
I want to see how curly you're talking about.
It's not curly at all. It's wavy, and it just kind of slightly tilts. It just goes into a direction. But so like it does this anyways, but in like a haphazard waved format. It just slightly moves one way and slightly moves another. If it would curl, I'd leave it.
Well, I do think that no matter what happens, I'm on chat's side with this. As a regular chat member myself, whatever happens when you do get to that point,
probably over the summer,
needs to be on stream.
Ain't gonna happen.
No, 100%. 100%.
Look, if we had 100 people in here, I wouldn't do it.
Really? You wouldn't just trim your beard for?
No, because I hate the clippings everywhere. They have to do it outside, be poor quality. You hear bzzz and like mouth like turn it down. No, it's not. It would be no good. Production value completely plummets.
Nah, I got one of those deals that like it's a thing like you put on a robe, like when you go get your hair cut, except it clips to the table, so all your clippings get caught like right in front of you. I got you, bro.
I definitely don't have that.
Or all right, it's either that or I wait till you go to sleep, sneak in your house, and
just not sure
and cut that beard.
What happened, but that'll do it.
Oh wow,
that'll do it. Thank you very much for
just vanished like
being
that
here.
Wow.
And I appreciate you so much.
At least let me braid it.
I just had the. I don't think it's braidable.
Oh, I've braided shorter. I'm a girl dad. I've braided shorter. Trust me.
Wow. Well, thank you, Durwood, for stepping in and helping out with the D-Man being
no
gone.
problem. I'm just glad that what we heard from Derek was that it was okay. It wasn't a big deal. I'm glad that everything's all right. We love you, D. Derek, God, I gotta quit talking about loving D. I love you, Derek. We miss you.
Oh my God.
We miss you. Yeah, that's all I got.
I couldn't agree more that loving D, Derek, is paramount, especially in this situation. Derek, love you, man. Sorry that happened to you right then. Hopefully everything goes good. Oh, Banners, look at that smile.
Bentley.
Look at that big old grin. What a sweet pup.
You are the best footstool dog.
People don't realize how often he was out here.
Oh yeah,
during the show,
under my feet. If I was over here, just constantly.
But he was quiet. Just never said anything. Ninja. Didn't do anything. Just loved everybody.
One more for the Bentley.
One more for the Banners. We'll do it real quick. We'll pop it out for you, Banners.
Bit of misery, dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Love y'all. All right, we'll